This is today's prey.
What am I, a goober?
I don't know. I think you might be a goober the way you're wearing swimming trunks today during the podcast.
Yeah, it's got topo maps on it. Kelly got them for me, so they look cool. Yellow topo maps.
To educate the public, topo the slang that Poppy's using, topo maps, is short for topography maps.
Yeah.
So basically, he's wearing shorts with a bunch of lines all over them.
Yeah. It's like, oh, is that a mountain? I don't know. Is that a river bottom? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it could be from the sky view.
And this one has X marks a spot right on my left thigh, and then it has some numbers like elevation numbers.
Yeah. I wish
2893.
I wish my swim trunks were as cool as yours. Mine just have tropical flowers on them.
I had a bone. You are a flashy son of a bitch when it comes to your swimwear.
I do have some really nice swim trunks. My favorite pair of swim trunks got stolen last year.
Oh yeah, dude.
What a dumb fucking thing. There's a hobo running around Morgantown right now with some Tangerine Summer swim trunks on.
Summer.
And I'm really pissed about it.
Correct!
Oh yeah.
We brought it back.
Beep, 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 beep.
Correct! Correct!
You thought that button was long gone after the first two podcasts, but guess what? We're back.
Correct!
30-some weeks, and he rose from the dead.
We ain't never
Like
getting rid
Jesus.
of that button for more than a couple weeks because that button is so great, right?
Correct!
Yeah. So,
Correct!
exactly.
It's like that one has become part of today's prey, just as I feel as this one
I had a bone.
is also becoming part of today's prey. I mean, it works anytime. Anytime you're feeling down and relaxed and ready to chill, and then
I had a bone.
I think it's funny when I'm editing and you hit that button. There's no limit to when you hit the button.
no,
There's no reference or anything that you're trying to make. It's pretty much you got bored with your hands and you want to hit a button.
I had a bone.
it's
See, you do it. See, you were going to do it.
I know. I wanted to. The same thing with the correct button. It works every single time.
Correct!
Yeah.
Dude,
It's like whenever your hands start getting itchy, you're like, oh man, I can't wait for Poppy to stop talking so I can hit this button.
I had a bone.
And your hands are like,
I'm coming.
my hands are always coming.
I'm coming.
dude, that sounds so good.
It sounds good on this. I'm so glad we took the end off because right there at the end it was like, I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'm coming out. That might be a fun soundbite to get as a little sex moan.
Oh, dude. You know, when we, like on Artlist that we use for like our music, like for our intro and outro music that we do.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to start something, go on Artlist because it's a pretty good deal, even though we're paying a lot of money for just 2 songs, but we should probably use it more. It has a bunch of sound effects and songs on it that you pay for yearly.
Artlist.com. Yeah.
Artlist.io. Whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
But either.
I mean, I know
I'm doing a Jake right now. I'm like burping and like.
You're a burping guy. If I was you right now, I wish I could squeeze out a fart, but you know me, I just can't do that all the time.
Yeah.
There's only certain times where I can like really do that. It's when I'm drinking a lot of water. I think I drink a lot of air. So if I like really am trying to get a gallon of water down, I fart kind of loud. But
Yeah.
other than that, it doesn't really happen too loud.
Correct!
Got a hairy butt.
What was I just saying? I was saying something.
Talking about Artlist.
Oh, yeah. And on there is a bunch of sound effects, and you can just look up moan.
Yeah.
They're like intense.
I want to get like a good moan though.
Yeah.
Like from
It's kind of gross. You can hear their lips smack.
like we should get a Johnny Sins moan.
I don't think he moans. I think
I'd have to look.
he just, you hear like you can just like hear his dick whip out.
Sounds like that, actually.
Yeah.
When I just did that, yeah, that's what it sounds like.
It sounds like, yeah. No. Sorry. That wasn't loud enough.
Like a
Thump.
like a 20.
It actually says thump. His dick says thump with the urethra as a mouth.
It's like a 20-pound doobie hitting the freaking the dirt.
Doobie hitting the dirt. His dick do be hitting the dirt.
It doobie.
It do be.
Correct.
And then maybe we actually already have his moan, and it just sounds like this.
I'm coming.
Yeah. Remember when my very first TikTok got taken down like 5 times because it was like if your dick made a sound, when you pulled it out, what would it make? And I had a video saved of me just being stupid on Snapchat going, when no, it's I'm horny.
Oh yeah.
And it got taken down so much.
That's crazy. One time I had a TikTok that got took down because what it was me doing each step of the tattoos that I do. So stencil step for 2 seconds, outline step, and then there would be like a step of black work, a step of color, and a step of the highlights.
Yeah.
But it said it was like I posted a violent video. So I protested it, and I said, just doing a tattoo, bitch. I'm not hurting anybody.
Well, so they were saying you're hurting people.
Basically, they were like trying to say that I was posting gore.
Correct.
Technically, I was. A little needle just fucking giving it to the skin.
I'm coming.
Yeah. Yeah. That needle to skin penetration.
I'm coming.
Dude, did you miss me yesterday?
Did I miss you?
This is like the first weekend we haven't spent together in weeks.
What did I do? Oh yeah, I went turkey hunt for a little bit. Got really, really wet. Oh God.
I'm coming.
And then took a giant nap from like 11 to 1:30.
Hell yeah.
Then
you become a napper whenever you're turkey hunting.
oh dude, it's because I get 3 hours of sleep
Yeah,
because
'cause
I'm working on stuff, and it's like, okay, this is taking way too long. It's awful. And then, but I didn't tell you this. So this is a service announcement for everyone out there that is a procrastinator.
Every day is a new day.
I put off getting new tires way too long.
Yeah.
Dude, so I saw the outside,
Yeah.
and it was like I never noticed like how actually bald they were.
Yeah.
And dude, I started to get like, I still had a little bit of tread, but I started to get a bubble yesterday because I was doing back roads and stuff, and I was hitting a bunch of rocks, and I got a wee little raised up spot, and it started leaking. I had to go get tires like last minute yesterday.
Oh man.
So I didn't even get the tires that I wanted. I had to just go to Walmart, and they did it really fast. Like actually, that guy was such a blessing to
Hell
me
yeah.
because I called. He said, "Yeah, I got this and this." I'm like, "Perfect. I'll be there in a second." I pumped up my tire and I ran over there, and they were probably like, "This guy's a piece of shit." Because because it's turkey season, I got I got energy drink cans all over my car.
Yeah.
I got wet shit in the back because it like rained a bunch that day, so it smelled horrible. It still smells horrible. Kelly was making fun of me. She's like, you might wanna clean out your car." I'm like, I'm living in my car right now. There's nowhere I'm not gonna dry out my turkey vest because it'll like just beat up the dryer because it got buckles and stuff all over.
Yeah.
Stiff buckles and stuff all over. So yeah, service announcement: don't procrastinate on your tires or your oil changes,
And not to stress you out, or your taxes, or you're just gonna be stressed out.
No, yeah, I always do that.
I had a bone.
Yeah, why do you hate taxes so much?
I just haven't. I just gotta do it. I gotta find the time to just sit down and like just organize my stuff. It's not really that hard.
Maybe some podcast night we should just like, I'll talk and you just organize your tax stuff.
Yeah, I think everyone would enjoy that.
Like, it's technically being inefficient to not record you while you're doing work that you can still talk to.
Right. Yeah. Like you talk to me while you're tattooing, and I slip in, not tattooing. Oh, yeah, tattooing. And when you're drawing, and I slip in little things that you don't notice. And then you go, wait, what? And that's my favorite.
Yeah. So what kind of things do you slip into our conversation?
Thumb in the butt. That's number one. You never notice when I put a thumb in your butt when you're drawing.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't notice.
Longer than expected back rubs.
Correct!
Hell yeah.
Getting jerked off.
I'm coming.
You've done that. Are you talking about you or me?
Me getting jerked off.
Yeah. So, I've never done that. So you want to do on this day with today's pray real quick, so everybody can be like, "Oh, Poppy, he's so intelligent." Because I did a Kanye West last week, and now I feel like shit.
I don't think it came off as Kanye Westy as you think.
Well, the next day I woke up and you said, "Hey, remember when you Kanye Wested on the podcast?" So I think it might have.
Yeah, it might have. That's okay.
So, and honestly, a lot of the times I do just make up something, but I actually found a good one, and I will never say that again. That I make up things, because I absolutely have never made up on this day with today's pray ever.
Well, I tattooed a guy who's a frequent listener.
Yeah,
and he caught the vibe that they were made up.
Well, I would hope so, since they're fucking outrageous.
But he said the first one, when you were pretty confident about it, the first one got a lot of people.
Which one?
The
Alcatraz one?
Yeah, the Alcatraz one, the Warzone one.
Yeah, that was a little tricky, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I went in on that one.
You really were confident about it, and I think the confidence came through.
I think I had everybody on the other one too. On the other one, what was it called? The bitches are coming. The bitches are coming. I think I had them all until I said bitches, and then they're like, "Wait a second.
Wait a minute." The Europeans never said bitches.
Yeah,
the British
or colonial.
Say
people.
the word bitches in a British accent.
I don't know if you can.
Beaches.
Nope. I don't think that's it.
Beaches. I think it's
bitches.
I think it is more beat like beaches.
I think it's like balches.
You son of a bitch.
I don't think they say bitch. I think they just go, "You fucking."
Yeah, they say the C word. Yeah. I like how you bleeped out the C word.
Yeah.
Cunt. Some people really hate that word.
Yeah, that's
I
why
never use it. I never use it because I think it just does.
Oh, you don't?
It sounds like a dirty word, but I'm not afraid to say it. It doesn't like ick me like
you said a dirty word. You said a dirty word.
Yeah.
So, you know what happened on this day?
On May 9th?
Yeah.
What?
Literally, not making this up. 1865. The Civil War basically ended. So
nice.
The South accepted defeat. Now that doesn't mean it ended that day, because they had to send letters to let people know.
They had
Isn't that crazy that everyone back home is like, "Oh, it's over," and you're still fighting for them, thinking they're gonna be so proud of me.
Yeah,
I'm ending racism.
Yeah,
I could do it, but you're still, and you get killed after the war is supposed to be over.
That would suck.
Yeah,
they should have had iPhones.
It's like, what if? So let's say you have North and South at a place. We'll say Gettysburg. That's probably the first place that knew it was over. But we'll just say something like that.
You just said Gettysburg because that's the only thing anybody remembers about the Civil Wars. They know the word Gettysburg.
Yeah, that and free black people, and those are the two things I know.
It's called the Emancipation Proclamation. Thanks, Mr. Frederick, in fourth grade for.
You only know that because it basically rhymes. If it didn't rhyme, you wouldn't know what it's called.
I'd spit hot fire constantly. Of course, I'm ice cold, man.
So, 1865. The Civil War basically ended.
I had a bone.
Every day is a new day.
And it's weird because I was hunting the other day in Cooper's Rock, and I found an old grave site and one of them was called. Let me look it up on my phone really fast so I don't make a mistake. He was a veteran, and it was the Grand Army of the Republic veteran, and that means he fought for the Union. And I mean, he lived past the war.
Yeah,
because he was in the.
So the
he
Union,
was a veteran.
The Union was the side of the South. Is that right?
No, not at all. So
Well,
you remember Emancipation Proclamation.
Yeah,
because it rhymes, and you just proved my point. You only remember things that rhyme.
Yeah, I didn't. That doesn't prove that point at all, but it proves that I remembered the Emancipation Proclamation. That's actually all.
How do you know the Emancipation Proclamation?
Because it freed the black people.
So did the Union.
I shouldn't say the black people. It freed the slaves.
Right, but
it's
Confederacy, South.
Okay.
Confederate.
Okay.
Union, North. That's like the whole thing. That's like the basis of the whole thing. And what in the world?
Well, the reason I said that, I haven't been to fourth grade history class in many moons. But when I lived in Mississippi, the guys at the shop there said something about me being from West Virginia, and they went, dude, you're from West Virginia. You separated from the Union. Because that's when West Virginia and Virginia separated. So my thought is, I'm in the South now. They're mad that West Virginia separated from the Union, so that maybe they're the South and West Virginia is not the South. So
you're a Yankee.
Yeah.
They're like, you're a Yankee.
So that's why I thought that.
Yeah. But not the case. Maybe Southern people think that it's not the case.
Yeah. Maybe just the people that shop are real dumb.
I think and they were.
I broke your heart, huh?
Those guys.
Talking about a rough crew.
ICP.
Yeah. He was actually the coolest one.
And isn't
you know what's funny?
Now that says something.
Yes.
That says something.
Here's what I'll say something. The one guy I worked with was a member of the Insane Clown Posse when I lived in Mississippi years ago. And in my eyes, he never was really disrespectful to me.
Right.
But I thought he didn't like me the most. And towards the end, he was the nicest to me. And I think at the end of the day, I consider him the realest one.
Yeah, he was definitely himself.
He was the realist ICP. I mean, maybe they're all like that. I don't know. I haven't got to meet many of them. But he was the coolest one. He didn't want me there in the beginning. I kind of earned his respect, and he was sad when I left.
Yeah.
So, thanks. Shout out ICP.
I'm coming.
Dude, if you don't...
There's not going to be many shouts
here-
out to the Insane Clown Posse on this podcast, but shout out to Chris.
Correct!
He's cool.
So, also, real motherfuckers that are in ICP, the ones that are real and not just, like the workaholics versions of ICP where they go in and they're just pretending, they get bitches.
They get mad bitches.
On average, how many bitches a month do you think an ICP guy gets?
A lot.
Yeah, because we didn't even know those women existed.
There's got to be some
the
hot
women
ones.
that go and hang out with the ICP guys, and they're also ICP girls. I'm glad I don't have to say IC girls P or IC boys P.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
Dude,
we're on the same wave.
Dude, you see UCP?
Correct!
What, you're looking at urine?
I'm coming.
But I guarantee, because we didn't even know, we've never seen an ICP girl.
No, I never have.
No, honestly, I've just never gone to the girls' bathroom.
The guy that I knew
Yeah.
that was an Insane Clown Posse member who had been to the gathering of the Juggalos, he was married to a woman 20 years older than him. And and she was still good looking.
Yeah, she had to like peel back her wrinkles to like get the face paint in there.
It was funny because it literally was one of his friend's moms. He ended up marrying.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. So how cool is that?
That guy made fun of your boy on Modern Warfare 2 way too much. And he's like, I'm going to fuck your mom. He's like, yeah, right. And he's like,
Marry
no,
your mom.
I'm not just going to fuck your mom. I'm going to marry her. Welcome to the jungle, bitch.
He's like, I'm not just gonna fuck your mom. I'm gonna marry her and treat this whole family great.
Yeah,
and be a great
I'm gonna
dad.
support you.
Yeah,
as a stepson. You're gonna fall flat on your face at one point. Now I'm gonna be the one that picks you up and remind you every time that I could have been a bad guy.
I would be a little puzzled if one of my best friends became my stepdad. Honestly, I'm safe now because my stepdad, I know, could kick all of my friends' asses.
Yeah, all he'd have to do is give me that calf.
Exactly. I was gonna say that. Can you imagine if my stepdad Jay did jujitsu and learned a triangle choke?
If he hit me across the head with a spinning back kick and it like hit his calf, it'd sound like my head hitting a skillet. Ting. I would just be I'd be completely dead.
You would die
instantaneously.
Yeah. I can't imagine.
I would die all of a sudden.
I respect him so much. I can't believe when I was like a dickhead to him when we were kids that he never stomped me out. He's probably afraid to because he knew he would have killed me. Jay's calves are like...
He's like, deep breathing, Jay. Just like my mother taught me, because you knew this day would come when you turn into a stepdad.
Jay's calves are carved from marble.
Yeah.
My stepdad's calves are carved from the purest marble from the Ivory Coast.
So I want
to... I had a bone.
Every day is a new day.
There's a calf thing. There's a calf thing.
Yeah, it's a baby cow.
No.
It's not a thing. It's just the offspring of a bull and a cow. Calf thing.
Moo, moo, moo. That's what they say. That's what a young calf says.
I'm sorry, no comprende.
No, but there's the thing where guys and girls will get...
I love how
progressive
progressive you're being this podcast, because you are always including the girls of this podcast.
Yeah, I just want to make
There's
sure
a thing
that
where guys and girls.
Well, we have a lot of girl followers now.
I know.
Here, I thought it was just going to be like a bunch of dudes watching us cuss, and it's actually mostly girls that like to listen to us cuss.
I had some friends from that we went to high school with message me the other day asking about it and telling us that it was funny.
Yeah,
I mean,
so.
Not funny. They said that it really was like boring and like it sucked and it wasn't fun. But you know, I took her words and did what I wanted with them.
I had a bone.
Well, girls will watch The Bachelor, so I guess we're probably, and it's not going on right now, so we're the next best thing.
I'm coming.
Boredom, coming. But there's a thing where guys and girls.
I broke your heart, huh?
Get their calves like overdevelop, and it can cause pain. It can cause them pain in their calves.
I believe
there's a guy at the gym at the WVU powerlifting. He has huge calves, like massive, and that's like the one. I'm not making fun of him or nothing. He's like a larger guy. He's just large, and he just has like these chiseled calves.
Yeah, he's just a big fat guy.
He's a chubby wubsy.
A chubby wubsy. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, so when you've never seen.
Yeah, I see him all the time.
I mean, when I go in there, it's only me and Nick, and then
I see him every time.
And then an older woman that me and her are friends and stuff.
Yeah, she saw me pick up the 70-pound kettlebell one time, and she said that she's like, wow, that's really heavy. I was like,
isn't she the best?
Yeah, I'm like,
Do you know who I'm talking about?
You should see me pick up the one that looks like a monkey.
Oh, she would love that. What's her name? Do you remember? I don't.
We'll just make up a name. What do you think? Genevieve?
Martha.
I noticed that you like to call old women Martha, and I like to call old women Genevieve because I had an Aunt Genevieve.
I had a babysitter named Martha.
Shout out.
Shout out Martha. Rest in peace.
I had a boner.
Every day is a new day.
Was she a stripper?
No, she was great. She's a great woman.
She was great. No, she was a stripper. She was great. Well, yeah. So
You want to hear a weird rumor, or not a rumor? It's just something they told me when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I guess when I was a baby,
Yeah.
Martha would hold me, and she was so old that her chin hung down. I guess I was like a baby. I would like suck on her chin.
She looking like a titty.
I'm being dead serious. I'm not making that up. You can ask any of my brothers and even my mom. Correct. They said I sucked on Martha's chin all the time, and I think I became a better man for it.
I'm coming.
I'm 100% honest right now.
Every day is a new day.
You got that giblet nutrition.
I guess so.
You got that good giblet nutrition you can't get from a titty.
Did you ever suck on your Aunt Genevieve's chin? Maybe.
Not once. I heard her snore once. And I thought, what if I just grabbed a little giblet and just, you know what I mean?
I had a boner.
Yeah, I know what you mean, dude.
Yeah. You know what else?
Killer.
You know what else I did actually see and experience on that same trip. We were in Canaan, and it was the same.
You only met
trip.
your Aunt Genevieve once in Canaan?
No. But that's where I always saw her. That side of the family would go to Canaan once a year in summer, and my grandmother would take me.
Mm-hmm.
And I rest in peace, Nanny, but I saw her butt.
Really? I almost spit that beer everywhere.
Every day is a new day.
Yeah, and
Really?
now I know exactly what old woman butt looks like.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
So I was telling you about the topo map shorts that I'm wearing. That's exactly what an old woman butt looks like.
Man.
Just a bunch of wrinkles, and you could probably it turns into a treasure map.
Yeah. I've definitely seen
It was scarring, and then I saw a rat on the floor. So it was like, there's all kinds of shit going on right now.
you had a wild night.
Yeah, no, it's like snoring, grandma butts, rats.
Yeah. You had a wild night for sure. I've never seen I don't think my whole life, I had brothers, so I would bath with my brothers. I've seen my brother's wieners. I've seen my stepdad's wiener once. Correct. I've never once seen an aunt's butt or my mom's butt or my grandma's butt.
Lucky.
Yeah, I'm sorry that happened to you, man. That sucks.
Every day is a new day.
You just gotta move on.
So I think
I'll Google it later.
I think
maybe.
I'm also cursed because you said that you have like very early memories.
Yeah.
And I think I do as well. And, I think, like when you're around like babysitters or your mom or whatever, when you're super little, they think, oh, he won't remember this. And they'll just like bathe you or whatever, and they'll just get in the shower with you.
Yeah.
And I was talking to someone the other day, actually it wasn't the other day. It's been a while, but I was talking to someone once about this, and I was like, unfortunately, I remember like showering with my mom. Not like super specifics, but I remember that.
Yeah.
I was probably 3.
Right.
Or like the upper 3s,
Yeah.
And I was telling that woman that, and she's like, oh, so you're saying I should stop showering like at the same time like as my son?
Yeah.
And the kid's like 5. So
Oh yeah. Definitely
you
should.
you should probably stop.
What do you think you're not gonna well, that kind of concerns me about the woman.
Things you hear in the barbershop.
It's like, woman, do you not remember things when you were 5 years old and in kindergarten?
Maybe not 5, but 4 at least.
Yeah.
Like it was one of those like
Yeah.
You're accidentally giving him an education.
Absolutely, yeah. I really don't ever remember like my biological dad when he was at home. I never remember taking a bath with him. And
did you ever bathe under a bridge?
He did live under a bridge for a little bit.
Every day is a new day.
Why that tickles me so bad?
Yeah. Well,
I kind of wish my dad lived under a bridge for a while. And maybe he did. He just never told me.
he might have, but he came back.
I'll call him later.
I just never did that. He never came back. So
Oh, right. So it's like he's still there.
well,
In your brain right now.
he might be. I really don't know where he
You
is.
got kid brain.
I might have kid brain permanently.
My dad,
Somebody
my
give me
dad's
some
the same way.
Skittles.
He hasn't seen his dad in like forever.
Your dad hasn't seen his dad?
Yeah, in like
Is he alive?
since he was like 11.
Is he alive though?
He's like in Mississippi or something.
Of course he is.
See?
Holy shit, dude! Your dad hasn't seen his dad in that long.
I think that.
And is he alive?
I think so.
Holy moly!
He's really old.
We should go visit him in fucking. You know, he's almost dead and stuff. Before he dies, we should really make him feel guilty about his whole life abandoning the coolest guy ever.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. Yeah, that he should have definitely tried harder, but I think my dad. I don't know. I'm not gonna put my dad's dirty laundry out there and talk about his relationship with his dad because
We're not talking about it.
Technically my grandfather that I've never heard, met, or seen.
Dude, yeah, you never got to call another man pap aside from your one pap.
Yeah. So
Aside
he's
from
in
your poppy,
Mississippi.
right?
Got his own. He's got another family.
Whoa.
And he sends my dad letters, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't really know the specifics.
Yeah.
It's none of my business, really. But it is interesting, isn't it? It's like, well, so do you think that, like, later on in life, if you thought, like, maybe your biological dad was dying, would you go see him? It's a weird question, but, I mean,
Well,
it may happen.
If we're going to go down this road, see, I got the best end and the worst end of my dad.
Yeah.
So, like, I got the end of my dad where he could be cool, and I caught the glimpse of him being cool,
Yeah.
but he stopped it.
Yeah.
So I was always like, man, I want that dad back. That was
Yeah.
cool. But if he was dying on his deathbed and they told me that, I probably would go see him, I think. I don't think my brothers would, but I probably would go see him because
You are nicer than me.
Well, it's different though. My dad's mentally ill. He's got literally his mental illness. So, you know, his whole life, yeah, he may have not have been around, but that's why I have my stepdad. As to where like, so like maybe a higher power sending my stepdad.
yeah.
You know, that's my like dad.
Yeah.
But then, dude, my biological dad with mental illness, he's fighting his own battles, man. So like, yeah, it sucked a little bit there for a while, but dude, he's lived a whole other life that's just like a fight the whole time. So
Yeah,
I think
he's
I would
He's
go
just
see
fighting
him.
himself.
Yeah.
He's wrestling his own emotions and things. That is
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like I don't know how he would feel if we showed up. I mean, I think he would be cool with me at least.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't see why a guy would be like. I mean, you never know though. Old dudes are crazy.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
you'd show up and he'd be like, "Get no, I don't want you." You know, you never know.
Yeah.
He could have said those exact words.
Exactly. I tell Brandon all the time, you know, my coworker who works with me at the tattoo shop. I tell him all the time. I say, you know, one day my dad will show up here, and it'll be something I'll have to handle. I'll just like walk out and handle the situation. It's not like I'm gonna have to fight him or anything. I'm gonna be on guard if I have to fight him or if he tries to kill me or something.
I want to fight him. Can I
But,
fight him? That'd be like the best friend thing to do.
It really would be, but
Do you think I'd win?
He's a really big guy.
Really big?
Yeah.
Well, looking at your brothers,
Picture
Yeah.
Nathan, but if Nathan just like let himself go and get like huge.
and he'll never do that because he's so swole.
He's like the biggest. Picture Nathan's skeleton. My older brother Nathan's skeleton. Can you imagine? Honestly, just picture that. That's
I
amazing.
can only imagine how thick his leg bones are.
It-
Like triple the thickness of a normal leg bone.
It would look like a silverback gorilla skeleton. Honestly, I can't even imagine the
Except for the head, right?
the width of his rib cage.
Yeah.
Like the size of that man's lungs, I don't even know. Like, okay, so do you think my brother has normal sized organs and he just has a lot of blood or a lot of like skin? Like his skin's just super thick. What do you think's going on there?
Well,
He's a thick boy.
yeah, I think it started out before he started lifting a bunch that his skin was just like super, super thick. And then now he's like growing into the skin and like he's shedding his skin all the time. You're always getting new skin. So he's just adapting and he's growing his muscles.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
But Picture Nathan, my brother.
See, I got really thick cheeks.
With just that skeleton with just about twice the meat on it. That's my biological dad. So I think I don't think he would kill me, but I think he could squish me. It's a good thing I do jiu-jitsu because I would totally I can be on top of anybody.
Yeah, you can.
You know what I'm saying?
I had a boner.
I could be on top of anyone.
So if that would happen, I don't even think it would go there. I think I could smooth talk him down.
You could probably kiss him. Kiss him on the mouth, and that
probably
right down.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember the last time I saw him. I think the last time I saw him I was 16, but I think I might have saw him once in my 20s, and I don't remember when. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like a hypothetical for myself.
But what I'm saying is we should we're not like airing out your dad's dirty laundry, but I think it would be cool to like go confront your grandfather and be like, "Oh, you thought you had a fun life, huh? Well, guess what? You didn't realize that your son would have a son who had a podcast, and you're on it right now, bitch."
I had a boner.
Do you think you would fight your granddad?
What should I call him? I wonder what they call him. Like I don't know if he has another family with like other kids or if he just is married. I have no idea. So
I feel like
I'm so in the dark about it because I don't think anybody really cares. It's like,
yeah, I'm sure exactly just like me with my dad. Like
60,
your dad just moved on.
My dad's like 63 years old.
Yeah, I'm surprised your granddad's not fucking dead.
Yeah, for real.
But
just die already. I mean,
I bet.
Just kidding.
I had a boner.
But if you're not dead, granddad out there,
Correct!
I'm coming.
to Mississippi, gonna catch myself a granddad fish.
Don't worry, dude. You had one grandfather, and they called him Poppy, right?
Pop.
Pop.
That's him.
Where did Poppy come from?
That's my great grandfather.
Oh, okay.
So my great grandfather, he was born in the house that my dad rebuilt after he bought that property back from my cousin, and then I was born shortly after. So my dad just really loved that was his grandfather.
So
I guess I've never even asked my dad, did he have two grandpas? I mean, I'm sure he did, but maybe he didn't talk to him because, his dad left. Not left. They just got a divorce, and then I'm sure there was a whole thing.
I mean, if you think about it, back in those days, back in the ancient times, they you didn't have the internet to stay connected, so you just kind of like
right. I'm sure there were letters written both ways that may not have connected.
Yeah, I mean, you've texted people and totally have texted them something that you meant one way, and they took another way.
Right.
So imagine with a fucking letter.
And my parents tell me that all the time. They're always talking about like, yeah, you if you have something important to tell someone, if you're having some sort of argument or you're trying to be honest with someone, you have to call them.
Yeah.
You have to, or if you're trying to get a specific point across that like is either to help or whatever, just something very specific, you can't just text them.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you don't put LOL at the end of it, you're an asshole.
You're going to hurt some feelings.
Yeah.
Today when I clicked the Venmo thing to remind you to that I sent you a request for the cat litter.
Yeah.
I wanted to put LOL after the reminding, but I couldn't.
I didn't know you
and I
sent
know
the
you
reminder. I thought that just the reminder showed up.
And I clicked it. Well, I wasn't like,
you're a fucking asshole, dude. I was gonna get to it.
I wasn't like, dude, I need the money right now. But there was like
Bitch.
6 things in there. I was like, I better just like click this to see if he like knows that these are even there.
You can always just tell me, and I'll just click the thing.
But I can't say LOL in a reminder.
We'll say it.
I wanted to.
Whenever I show up at the house next time, and you're like, "Hey, I sent you a few Venmo requests."
I had a boner.
And actually laugh out loud.
Yeah.
That'll help me understand, like, you're just trying to be helpful.
Yeah.
And not a jerk. Now if you're like this, "Hey, I sent you Venmo requests," I'd go, well, too bad, buddy. You're not fucking get it.
Yeah. That's what I would do too.
Yeah.
Because
how about you suck me off?
Me and you have the same mentality. It's like if somebody goes, "Hey, do this," you're like, "Fuck you, dude."
Dude, that is talked about a couple weaknesses of mine last podcast, and that's definitely the main one. And I've talked about that before.
Well,
if someone tells me to do something, it's over.
Yeah,
it is over.
It's not going to happen, and I'm going to probably accidentally disrespect you because I'm just mad.
Right.
It's like you don't have control of me.
All you have to do is say please at the end.
Yeah. If I catch the vibe,
or even pat my back, you can just go and be like, "Hey, take out the trash, will you?" Like that, and you actually you have to be a little nice. You gotta like rub me. You gotta like rub my arm. Ew.
Feel that gun. Like that?
I don't know if I like it or not.
You flex for a minute. Dang. That's pretty good. Pretty good peck you got there.
But yeah, that's totally my pet peeve is someone telling me to do something. Like my mother doesn't even tell me to do things. Yeah. She asks me to do things, and I just do it because it's nice to do things for people if they ask you nicely.
Yeah, I think...
Imagine someone playing it, be like, "Hey, can you please do this?" And you going, "Fuck off, mate."
Yeah, honestly, I would love to be able to do that, but I care about my friends too much. I don't talk to people who I could talk like that to.
Right. It's like
I think part of
pay me. Hey, can you just pay me on Venmo? I'd be like, it's like, "Hey, I sent you Venmo requests, 4 of them. You need to pay them." And I go, "Well, I sent you a dick riding request. You need to pay up, bitch."
I had a bone.
Every day is a new day.
And they're like,
"Fuck me, mate."
I'm sorry, no comprende.
No, that is because
fuck my dick, mate.
Because whenever you go, "I did this, this, and this, and you need to do this." It's like that's finally like the passiveness exploding, no matter how long term the passiveness is. Mm-hmm. I think part of being a good friend to your friends is figuring out and committing some of your time and thought into getting them to do shit that they need to do in a way that won't offend them.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Like, maybe you should do your taxes.
Like, "Hey, man, I care about you. Do your damn taxes."
Maybe you should get new tires. This is really dangerous.
Sorry I didn't come through with you on that one. I knew your tires were bald. We've talked about it before, and I knew you knew, but...
You know what I learned today?
What?
And I learned this from my lovely girlfriend who told me. I had no idea. I don't think anybody around me ever told me not to do this. So when you pump up your tires, when you inflate your tires, what number do you go off of? When you inflate your tires, what number do you inflate them to? Like, how do you know what PSI to put them to?
I go to the air pumps that have...
No. How do you know how much to pump it up?
The thing starts beeping and it goes beep, beep, beep. You're good. That's what I do it to.
I didn't know there was a third option. So the first option, what I've always done, and is wrong, is you look at your tire and it says max PSI, whatever. Okay? I always did that, which is wrong. You should not put it to the max. Okay? But like, hear me out.
You think
I even was talking to someone today and they're like, "Oh, you don't do that?"
Yeah.
So you're supposed to do like a little below that.
Yeah.
You're just doing whatever is available on the Sheets pump, which is normally 35.
Yeah.
Which you've never even looked into it. So it's like, you're probably fine.
Never had an issue.
Yeah, right. You've never had an issue, but that's also not correct. What is correct, apparently, is my thing is that every tire is different. So they all go to like different PSIs or whatever. Max PSIs. So I just thought like, okay, well, I'm not going to read the inside of your door where it says PSI to whatever on your tires because all the tires are different. But that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go off because all vehicles have different weights, and you can't do the max PSI if your car is super heavy. You're just going to wear your tires out, which is what I did. Those tires were supposed to last a long time.
Yeah,
they didn't.
You just got that car like what? How long ago? 2 years ago?
About 2 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, last time I changed
those tires lasted 20,000 miles.
Yeah.
And I think I looked them up, and now these aren't the Pro Maxes or whatever, so they like like this, like my phone, but they're supposed to last a little longer. They didn't have like a warranty on them, like a 65,000 mile warranty. But now I know better, so I'll get more out of my tires.
Yeah. So yeah, like what I'm doing technically is still correct because I've never had an issue anywhere.
Right, but you just didn't even
the formula. It's
Well,
just not what is.
Yeah. Yes, you're fine.
On the instructions,
as long as your tires aren't low.
right?
But you may not be getting like miles per gallon you're supposed to, or the feel of the ride is good, or things like that, or traction, the correct traction for the tires that you bought.
And I love the feel of the ride.
I had a boner.
Hell yeah.
I'm coming.
But yeah, I had no idea. I'm an idiot, but no one ever told me any differently. And so there you go.
Well, while we are on the
subject of tires.
While we're on the subject of tires, I want to go ahead and do my part of the segment and just get out of the tires. And it's still pretty early in the podcast, somewhat. I'm not really trying to wind down the podcast, but I figured we could talk about it for a little bit.
Yeah.
So on May 9th, 2014, the movie Neighbors came out. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, with Seth Rogan.
Yeah, Seth. Seth's in it, man. Seth! We know him by his first name. Seth! Yo, Seth. Shout out to Seth.
Dude, Seth, bro!
We love you, Seth.
I broke your heart, huh?
Drink a nos. I'm Seth.
Drinking nos. I'm Seth. So it's got Seth
Inhaling
Rogen.
helium. I'm Seth.
The movie Neighbors has Seth Rogen and Zac Efron in it. And
I'm dripping in metal t-shirts. I'm Seth.
If you haven't seen the movie, it's about Seth Rogen and his wife trying to start a family in their new house they bought. And then a frat house moves in to the next door.
Yeah.
And it's Zac Efron and his
I
goons.
think I saw that in theaters.
Yeah, I did too. We literally might have been in the same theater.
We may have been together.
Because around that time, you were dating somebody and I was dating somebody, and we were like,
let's get away from these broads.
We went double dated like a couple times at the theaters. I think we saw Transformers together. We saw This Is the End together. I'm pretty sure you were there. And then it might have been Neighbors. You might have, because I saw it in theaters.
So
I don't go to the theaters often. So
I would have no idea who I went and saw it with, because any negative thought that ever comes to my mind, which includes ex-girlfriends, I don't even remember them.
What was your last ex-girlfriend's name?
Real name? I don't even remember her last name.
I think it was Jim.
Chinchilla Jim.
Jim Jones.
Chinchilla Jim.
So if you haven't...
Correct!
Well, Poppy, I'm just going to remind you what Seth Rogen and Zac Efron look like. This is what they look like. Seth Rogen's on the right.
He looks like me a year ago.
And Zac Efron's on the left.
That's you a year ago.
I'm not.
You've really went downhill since.
I broke your heart, huh?
Ouch.
Fatty.
Hey,
you fat fuck.
hey, that's not nice, man.
I'm sorry, no comprende.
So,
Hey, chubby wubsy.
this is what Seth Rogen's dad looks like. He literally, if you ever seen the movie Knocked Up, he's actually in the movie. Seth Rogen calls him and talks to him on the phone. But this is what he looks like. And the reason there's a quality picture of Seth Rogen's dad is because he was in the movie and they took the picture. Any other celebrity's dad I'm looking up in the past couple of weeks when we've been doing this segment, there's no good pictures. And for example,
Yeah.
the next one I'm going to show you is Zac Efron's dad, and it's a very poor quality picture. I actually don't even know how iPhones. If this was taken with a camera phone, I don't know how it could be this gritty still, because it's the 21st century and it still looks like a current picture. But that's what he looks like.
Yeah, that's a very southern gritty pick. Southern grits.
I actually have never eaten grits. I never will.
I had a boner.
See, that didn't make any sense. That he just reaches for the button when he gets bored.
I had a boner.
See, works every time.
To remind you, that's what Seth Rogen's dad looks like,
Correct.
and that's what Zac Efron's dad looks like.
Correct.
I don't want to do who would win in a fight because
Yeah.
I think we both know.
Give me something wild.
I want to know
Give me something.
if these guys were homosexual mates, who would be the top and who would be the bottom?
Ooh, okay. So we got Seth Rogen and then. Ooh. Okay. I'm sorry, Seth Rogen's dad. Well, no. Okay, hold on. We're assuming.
Well, you don't have to say sorry.
Well, we're assuming that maybe they are. Are they gay? For
no,
one.
this
Are
is
they?
totally hypothetical. It's a fantasy. It's a made-up situation.
Damn right, it's a fantasy.
I'm coming.
Oh Jesus, dude. I love that picture of Seth Rogen's dad. Dude, yeah.
Here's what
the
I
way
think.
he's smiling,
Yeah.
bottom, baby.
You think?
Oh yeah,
I'm the opposite.
and he loves it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't want to offend anybody. You don't want to. It's like the bottom guys. They love being the bottom. It doesn't matter. It's like it's their thing.
Yeah.
And the top guys, like they're just the top guys. What does it actually mean though? What does bottom and top mean?
Yeah, I know.
Like, who's the bottom and top in your relationship?
You normally were doing it sideways.
That's me too.
Yeah. They call me Sidewinder.
Yeah, they call me that too.
Every day is a new day.
Have we always been dating the same women?
No, we don't date the same women. No, absolutely not. No, but I'm just saying, like, in my situation,
okay.
I'm always sideways as well.
Yeah. Well, it's normally because I always get that weird back spasm and I have to like lay on my
I got made fun of in high school because they called me side guy.
side guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Five Guys.
Yeah.
They called me Five Guys for a weird reason.
I don't know why either.
Yeah. They actually didn't even leave out the Five Guys and fries. They called me Five Guys and fries. So I was like, what the hell? There wasn't any fries there.
Yeah. It's because you always smelled like potatoes.
I've never had sex with fries. You know what I mean?
You smelled like a potato.
I'm coming.
Or it's because, like, whenever you sat out in the sun for a while, you'd grow eyes. I don't know. I'm just spitballing.
So I think one, they're happy.
They're definitely a happy couple.
Two, the reason they're happy, in my opinion, is because they look like they belong together.
They do.
There's always normally they kind of look similar, right? But you always have that one where, like, you know, Seth Rogen's dad, he's going to be the bear, right? He's the kind of like burly guy. He's a little older, so he doesn't look as like masculine anymore, but he's a burly dude, tough guy. He's a bear. And I don't know any and you know, the other guy, he's a little skinnier. Zac Efron's dad, he's a little skinnier. He's more like a
It's
not a
it's not a.
Let me try that again.
Absolutely not a.
Correct.
What's it called?
It's called a twink.
Twink.
I think you can get away with posting this podcast because you didn't know.
Yeah, I totally.
Is a racist term for an Asian person.
I broke your heart, huh?
Oh my gosh, twink.
How did you not know that? Did you not grow up in a hateful environment?
I had a boner.
Do you know why I said that by accident?
Why?
I was watching a an Asian stand-up guy earlier, and he was talking about. He said a thing where like black people are so cool because they use their own like they're the only race that uses their own slur. You know what I mean? Like, and he was saying like, can you imagine Asian people walking around and saying that to each other?
Yeah.
Like, because it just doesn't happen. And I just thought that was really funny. And that's why it stuck in my brain. Instead of twink, I said the other instead. So, my bad.
But continue your story.
I don't even remember where I was going.
Zac Efron's dad's a twink.
Oh, yeah, he's a twink.
I'm coming.
So you think Seth Rogen's dad in a hypothetical gay situation would just be spit roasting Zac Efron's dad? What does spit roasting mean? I use that like I know what it means. But
Yeah.
what does it mean, spit roasting? Why does it say roasting? It doesn't, like, if you're banging somebody and you're spitting all over them and you're like dominating them, that's something. But does that mean spit roasting? Is that what spit
I
roasting
don't know.
is?
I think it just means they're making them all sweaty.
Why is the word spit in there? You spit on them and make them sweaty? Sounds just
Maybe
disrespectful. I don't think it is. That's another, you can't say that.
That's not it. That's not a racist thing.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. You're learning a lot today. It's okay, though. You just didn't know. I actually don't
Where am
know.
I?
I actually I don't know what that is racist for. I just know it is. But if we're going to go back to the Zac Efron and the Seth Blogen situation, I agree with you. I think Seth Rogen's dad would definitely be the top guy banging Zac Efron's dad, and here's why. Looks like there's an age difference between them. I think Seth Rogen's dad.
Oh, yeah. Spit is the fire. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh.
I was trying to find the other word, but it is spit roast is the fire.
But you said SPICK.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what the racist term is, but it is something. I know it is something.
Yeah.
I just know it's an offensive word.
Yeah. Probably shouldn't say it.
Probably shouldn't say it. Just like you shouldn't say you probably shouldn't say like words like or something.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't say that.
Yeah. So back to the gayness, man.
I am a nightmare today.
I think Seth Rogen, his dad, saw Zac Efron's dad at a young boy's age.
Right.
Maybe not a young boy's age, a young man's age. Maybe he's like 18.
Yeah.
But Seth Rogen's dad's 40.
Yeah.
He had a lot of money. He had freaking Pablo Escobar money.
Correct!
Just up in the walls and everything.
And he swooped in, picked up Zac Efron's dad, and just started railing him and railing him and railing him to death.
Every day
death?
is a new day.
Yeah. And
If it's the death.
I'm coming.
and Zac Efron's dad loved it. And you know, as he's getting older, I think the positions are changing.
Yeah.
He's an old, feeble man.
He's
I'm coming.
Old. And Zac Efron's
Soft.
dad's the top now, and that's the hypothetical thing I'm thinking.
Do you think they stay together, or do you think they just like get tired of each other?
Well, here's what I think.
I think Zac Efron's dad looks like he gets tired of his relationships and he tries to find something new.
Okay, listen to me. The human lifespan, what, 1 to 90 on average? 90, 80, 70, that realm.
Yeah, somewhere.
Right?
Yeah. Old.
So Zac Efron's dad has been Seth Rogen's dad has been with Zac Efron's dad for the longest time.
Oh, yeah.
Longer than normal humans are together.
Yeah.
But him being the top for so long and getting old and Zac Efron's dad becoming the top, Seth Rogen's dad is not liking it. And I think in his old age, he becomes mad about it and becomes intolerable to Zac Efron's dad. And finally, they split. Seth Rogen's dad dies alone. Zac Efron's dad lives out a life with a young buck, and he does the same thing over and over. It's a repeating cycle.
He has multiple midlife crises.
Mm-hmm.
How many Corvettes did he buy at the same time? Am I right?
I can't even
What do you
imagine.
drive? What do you drive? A muscle car? I bet.
Yeah, a lot of muscle on you, huh?
Yeah, you still go to clubs when you're 65 years old?
Was your nickname D-Rock?
Do you keep the top 2 buttons undone so everyone sees your chest pubes?
What, you wearing a bracelet?
I had a bone.
That's true.
Yeah.
Everything we just said, but that especially. Older guys that I saw it at Tropics the other day. There's a whole group of them.
Yeah.
Old dudes in their 60s, and then their ladies were there. They all, and nothing against it. I'm just describing the situation, okay? Every woman there had fake boobs. Every
Awesome.
guy was wearing a button-down shirt with the top 2 buttons down and bracelets.
Yeah.
And the one guy, and it's funny because those guys, you can kind of tell they have a little bit of money. You know, they got some money to play with. So the guy got a drink that he was drinking out of a pineapple.
Hell yeah.
One, this is West Virginia. I don't care if you're at a Hawaiian-style restaurant.
Yeah.
Get over yourself.
It's like, oh, we
Maybe-
all get it. We all get it. You're eating out of a pineapple.
Yeah. Maybe drink out of a pawpaw.
That wouldn't be a very big drink, but yeah.
Just over and over.
Man, pawpaws. You ever eaten one?
No.
They're not good.
Not good?
Tastes like.
They have a whole festival over it, and you're telling me it's not good?
Okay, so I want
Same
you to
thing with the Buckwheat Festival. Ooh, this is sour. Yeah, it's awful.
Picture-
That's why it's called the Mudfest.
picture a pear
Yeah.
and fill it with seeds,
It's full of seeds.
and then make it taste like a banana.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
That's a pawpaw.
I think I've had one, but just like a bite. Like someone went like this and cut a thing off for
Yeah.
me and let me try it.
A bite would be good.
2 bites? Way
one
too
of-
much.
One of our friends and listeners, Caroline, she brought me some years ago,
Yeah.
and I didn't have the heart to tell her I didn't like them, but it's full of seeds and it's full of bananas. Or
Yeah,
it
that
tastes like
really
bananas.
sucks.
Sorry, Caroline.
Pawpaws suck. She went through all the trouble and she went and picked them, and she brought them to you, and she gave you a bunch of recipes to make pawpaw pie. And pawpaw pie, that kind of sounds like 2 old dudes getting it.
Hey, another diss I wanted to say at your grandfather. Who was
Okay.
I feel like his new family and his grandkids, I feel like they call him Papa.
Oh yeah.
I don't like it.
No.
It's weird.
That's kind of like what's Papa? That's like a
Papa.
That's
Papa.
dude, that's like a German style thing to say. Like on the Beer Fest movie.
Yeah.
He goes, Grandpapa.
Yeah. I need to get that as a soundbite. I forgot about it, actually. We need to do that.
Hello, Grandpapa. Yeah, that's hilarious. Put some Birkenstocks on and go
Papa.
see Papa.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I actually, that one guy, the one German guy that went to our high school, what was his name?
Siggy.
No, he was from Norway. Another one
I don't remember.
that lived with our one friend. He came to visit, and he actually, it was so funny. He just wore his Birkenstocks out and about in Morgantown the one time we went out, and everybody thought that he was like trying to be funny. No, that's just what he wears when he parties.
Yeah.
Awesome. He knows he was being funny because that's just, I mean, they probably don't do that there either. But
Just a silly guy.
yeah, he's just hilarious. One of the funniest dudes of all time.
I actually never really talked to him I know who you're talking about. I never really talked to him too much. Is there anything that you want to say to close the podcast with? Anything, any news?
Well, I learned a couple of accidentally learned some slurs today, so that's good.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
turns
sorry
out-
about that.
That's okay. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
You live and you learn.
What were we talking about a couple podcasts ago when you're accidentally, it's like, what were we saying? It was like when we were accidentally, obviously not racist, accidentally, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What are you talking about, though?
I just want the word. I just want the word to rise, and I'm hoping that you would know what I'm saying.
No, I don't think I know what.
When you make someone mad,
when you accidentally make someone, when you offend somebody.
Yes. When you accidentally offend someone, I could not think of that word. And when you accidentally offend someone, it's like you didn't mean to say anything.
No,
but it's still not good.
No, I think it's yeah. I think there's a line. If you don't know it, you don't know.
Right. But yes, sorry, I'm accidentally offensive throughout my entire life.
I said the R word on here today, so.
Andrew Schultz does that all the time.
Yeah. So I wonder, okay, so with our podcast going, if I continuously say the R word in not an offensive way, I wonder if it's going to be like Joe Rogan saying the N word. Whenever they made a compilation
eventually
it's
going to go back.
Somebody makes a compilation of me saying the R word. I really hope that doesn't happen. Maybe I'll never say it again, so they'll only have one little piece of evidence.
Yeah, this whole episode, you have at least three you have three ways of getting at us.
Yeah. So, hey,
unless we might, that'd be cool.
In the future, guy who's trying to shut us down. This is your gold mine podcast to shut us down. But other than that, sorry,
accidentally
bud.
Offensive.
That's all you got. If everybody wants to give us a follow on Instagram, give us a follow on TikTok. It's Today's Pray on Instagram and Today's Pray podcast on TikTok. Give us a follow. Tell us what you think, and maybe we'll send you a DM with a little flirty situation. Maybe get your blood boiling. Maybe turn you on. Maybe ask you out on a little date or something. Or not. We also have ad space. If you are wanting to get an advertisement on here, shoot us a message. We will totally put you up in front of the podcast, advertising your small business or whatever you want to do. We got you.
And if not, Jake's taking a shit.
Peace out, everyone.